The story of the Woodwind family. Found in every part of the world, woodwind instruments are among the first instruments ever created. Flutes made of animal bones have been found in ancient cave dwellings. Today, woodwinds are used in all kinds of music, including classical, folk, jazz, and pop. Each woodwind instrument makes a unique sound because of its materials, shape, and size. Most woodwinds have a long, hollow tube or pipe. Originally, they were made from the naturally hollow stems of plants, like bamboo. Finger holes were carved to allow the player to change pitches and play beautiful melodies. Eventually, people learned to carve the tubes out of harder woods, such as ebony or rosewood. Today, the clarinet, oboe, and bassoon are still made from wood, but also have parts made of metal, such as nickel, silver, and even gold. Flutes may be made entirely of silver, though the smaller piccolo can be wood or metal. Saxophones are made from brass, but they belong to the woodwind family because of the way they make their sounds, by using a reed and 10 fingers. Smaller instruments make higher sounds, and larger instruments make lower sounds. If you can blow bubbles through a straw, you are ready to make a sound with a woodwind instrument. Players blow air through a mouthpiece, causing it to vibrate across a fipple or a reed. A fipple is simply a hard edge. If you've ever heard the wind whistling around your house on a blustery day, you'll know how the wind can make a spooky sound just from blowing across a hard surface. You can also just whistle through your lips to make a sound, but you have to tense your lip muscles to give the air a hard edge to bounce off of. A musical reed is a very thin, carefully carved piece of plant material taken from the reeds that grow in wetlands. The reed makes a pleasant buzzing sound. The recorder, flute, and piccolo have fipples and only need a gentle stream of air to make the sound. Clarinet and saxophone only use a single reed. Oboe and bassoon use a double reed or 2 reeds bound together. The duration of the sound depends on how long the player can blow before she runs out of air and must take another breath. A bagpipe player can produce a non-stop droning sound because he first blows the air into a bag held under his arm. He then squeezes the bag to push the air through a system of reeds. In this manner, the piper can take a breath without stopping the sound. Bagpipes from Scotland make a very loud sound. In the past, they were used to signal armies, and they're popular in parades to this day. The most basic wind instruments, such as whistle and harmonica, have only the fipple or the reed, and no fingers are needed. However, most woodwind instruments have fingering holes all along the length of the tube. The player can change the sound from high to low pitches by opening and closing the holes using all 10 fingers. The recorder and penny whistle have small openings, which the player must cover very carefully using the soft pad of the fingertips. Other woodwinds have complex systems of metal keys that help cover the holes. You may wonder how it's possible to learn to play a woodwind instrument. If you can blow a steady stream of air, you're off to a good start. Working the lips, tongue, and fingers takes many years of practice. But if you start with just one note at a time, soon you could be able to play melodies and make wonderful music with woodwind instruments.